Can you go a bit forward?
Yeah.
That's perfect. Let me just check that and see. Yeah, perfect. The camera shy?
First time.
Really?
Yeah.
Right. So, here with Cam, must have known me for about, 3-4 years now?
I think it might be coming up to 4 now.
4 now, crazy. Started off in the gym. Started off at the gym, just helped me through so much with my entrepreneurial journey. Now, full circle moment, working together. But now I want to look back around to all the advice you kind of gave me at the very start. All that advice, all the books you've read, all, the courses you've gone on, all your experience in, your entrepreneurial journey. If you could summarize it and explain it to someone who's just starting out, what would you say? What would your one piece of advice be?
Just do the fucking work.
Just do the work.
Yeah, just do the work. I think so many people are stuck in that phase of like a narcissist process. It's like they think, oh, I got an idea. Should I do that? Should I do that? And 6 months happen and they haven't done anything. A lot of people have a good idea, but they don't fully commit to it, and they just lose that idea, or they will just not use that idea and wait for another, and they just run with it.
What does that committing to an idea look like for you? What's a realistic commitment to an idea? Because I think a lot of what people are finding is they're 100% in, bang, 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 and then they burn out and they stop.
Yeah.
They crash. What's a realistic commitment to your dream that you want to fulfill?
It depends. So like, it depends how big it is. Sometimes you might just want to look and like, everyone says quarters, like Q1, Q2, Q3, like you do it by that. So like, either set a 3-month timeline, a 6-month timeline, or you might want to go 12. Like idea, like a 9 is just cheap. You're either going to go a 3, a 6, or a 12, and then just stick by it. But a lot of people will wait or like do what they gotta do. Adversity hits, and then they're like, okay, change ship, change plan, this is not gonna work, instead of just sticking through it. And I think the hardest thing people struggle with now is just consistency. They don't know how to, okay, this is my plan, something happened, I need to change channels just a little bit and then keep on moving. Otherwise people are just gonna do a 180 turn and go backwards.
Interesting. And of your entrepreneurial journey that you've been on, what is the biggest hill that you've had to climb? And if you could explain how you got out of that hill and how someone could encounter it on their journey.
It's a weird one, but you have to have a healthy delusion. Whereas like when you're young, getting involved with things, you haven't hit enough stepping stones where like you've done something, you've been rewarded from it, and then you know from history that this is successful. Like sometimes it depends like what industry, depends who you are as a person, depends what type of skills you have. You might do something and you're gonna get rewarded in a few weeks, you're gonna get rewarded in a few months. Like for me, like I'm one of those unique individuals that like I've been starting this business stuff probably about 6 years ago now, and only the last 6 months that my stuff just taken off like crazy. But people are just seeing it as overnight success, but they don't understand all the small wins that you had, but you didn't feel like you've changed.
Have you ever encountered the principle of satisfaction where you almost are chasing this satisfaction of success, and anything that's not success becomes unrewarding? So just living life and being almost...
Man, that was like the first 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Definitely the first 2 was like from 20 to 22/23. I wouldn't stop, wouldn't take a day off, wouldn't think about anything else, whereas like except from where I need to be. But especially in the last 2 years now, I'm going between year 4 year 6, I was like, I'm still going to focus every single day, still going to do the same things every single day. But at the same part, like you want to go a high percent, high motor every single day, every single hour that you're working. But you also have to have a long-term understanding where like what I do right now is going to be consistent enough that it's going to affect my results in 6 months. But a lot of people don't see those results in 6 months, and then they forget that you doing the stuff every single day, you're not going to get in 6 months, but you might get in the 7th. But by you stopping that month before, you feel like all those 6 months are wasted. No, you just haven't built enough months in to get that reward.
And how do you think that reward comes? If I want to kind of, the last question was, if you can get a reward somehow, in all of your experience, what is the best way to get a reward, to actually fulfill the goal that you have? Say in Q2 of next year you have this goal. What is your most realistic step to get there?
I think who you become on the process is a massive thing. It's like, I would say to people, it's like, you want to have your inspiration to be you in 10 years, no matter how old you are. So say if like you're 17 years old, your goal should be where you want to be at 27. But when you get to 27, your goal should be where you want to be in 37.
And obviously it'll change.
It's always going to change, It's always going to change. But if you just keep on thinking like that, every single day you attack you attack so much, you look behind, you're like, oh damn, like I've really accomplished stuff, but you're not going to get comfortable because you're always looking 10 years ahead. But if you just look at like, okay, I've been doing this for, I'm always going to say few months, because a lot of people quit in the few months and get involved in anything. I found it crazy when I looked into like one of my sectors, which is personal training, and most people, I think it's like 95 or 90% of personal trainers quit after 2 years because they haven't had any proper success in that short amount of time. But everyone else, for the first 6, sometimes 12 months of BTing, you're not even going to get a client. But then year 1 to year 2 you get a little bit, but it's not at the point where you think it is. You see a lot of people who've been successful in PT, it's that 3rd, 4th, definitely that 5th year when they just completely take off. But it's like, you need to, whatever you do, you need to plan out small wins for you to have along the way.
So you actually plan out the small wins?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's a difference between a goal and an objective?
Yeah, for sure.
So the objective is the end, the steps you take to achieve the end goal, right?
Yeah, so it could be skills, it could be, again, financial benefits, it could be personal benefits, but you just have some in different sectors that no matter what you do, you're gonna get a benefit in something. So like, I go back for my skills, like I've been trained to become a basketball coach but also a strength coach. Okay, like I get to the point where I can only do one-to-ones. Okay, can I work with 2 people in a session? Can I get used to and be good at coaching 4 people in a row? I'm on part with now, if you chuck me 20 people in front of me, I'm going to be comfortable. But I've allowed myself to have small wins along the way. But I see a lot of people, like they be like, oh, I want to get super good at this, and they don't understand, like, okay, you're not good at this yet, but you're still not too bad at that. You're amazing at that, but you're crap at that. You still need to.
Do you think that I'm not amazing at this yet, so people kind of fill that void with doing other things, and they put their eggs in different baskets because they almost aren't specialising to one thing and just having one clear route? They almost have one clear route in mind, but then they see another chance, another opportunity, and then they just scarce off. And that's where the almost failure comes, is that you're not specialising on one clear route. Do you think that's a problem?
100%. I think for me, like I'm at a part where now, like where I'm specialising in 2 roles, so the S&C coach or strength conditioning coach and a basketball coach. I'm at the part where I understand seasons. So if I want to get better at both, I should get better at one. When I'm at a part where I'm satisfied with that, I'm a hold up, because I'm not going to lose my skill because I'm still doing it, but I'm moving my focus to something else. So like I might have a summer where I'm only doing, or like 70-80% of my focus is developing my strength and conditioning knowledge and practice. But then at the same time, I might drop that focus to 20% while still doing that coaching, but my main focus in my spare time is studying my basketball stuff. And I look down the course of 2 years, I've done 3 months there, back and forth, and the space of what, 12 months in a year, 2 years, and 24 months, I've gone through 2 different seasons going back and forth. And I'm looking in a long-term plan, like, damn, I'm very good at both now. So I think, like, you can't have your mindset on everything, but if you want to get used to being good at a few things, go for a few months, you'll focus on one thing, then dial to a different thing, and go back to there, and then you're going to get better at multiple things at once.
Interesting.
But otherwise, if you go, okay, I want to get better at marketing, I want to get better at business, I want to get better of whatever my actual real life practice is, if you try and do all three at the same time, you're not going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
But if you separate those focuses for a small time and then move one to the other, and then pace of 6 months, a year, 2 years, you're going to get better at all of them.
And my final question, based off what you just said, was, do you believe that every business is achievable, every business model is achievable, as long as you put the relevant time into it?
And not just time. Sometimes people can put time, but is that time productive? It's like me and you can be sat down. You can put 12 hours a day. I can put 12 hours a day. I could put 8 hours a day. But if you was on your phone on social media, just scrolling on TikTok at 6, but you're still in your office for 12 hours, was that productive 12 hours? Or if I was in for 8, wasn't on my phone, wasn't listening to music, wasn't texting anything, my phone's in airplane mode, but every single second of those 8 hours, I was productive, who got more out of them?
Interesting. Right, perfect.
Yes, sir. Appreciate my boy.
Good.
That was fun.
That was good, man. Do you get like a little adrenaline rush?